Okay, so episode 2 with Cafe Talk with Luis. So when I was trying to write a script for this episode, I was thinking, what's the good thing that I would want to talk that people might be interested in? So the first thing that came to mind was, why did I make this channel? Okay, so or why did I fall in love with brewed coffee? So just to give a brief background, back when I was young, or like around 10 years ago, I had trouble with uh, my pre-diabetes. So that is um, 10 years ago, I had high sugar levels. I drank a lot of coffee, but at that time, the coffee I drank was what you would call 3 in 1. So that would be coffee plus creamer plus sugar. So I drank a lot of coffee back then because I would work from 7 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. When I get home, I would play video games. I would play until 11 o'clock or around 12 o'clock. So when I get to work, I'm very sleepy. So I decided to drink a lot of coffee. Now, the problem with 3 in 1 coffee is that you don't really get the caffeine kick from the coffee. It's mostly from the sugar. And 3 in 1 here in the Philippines, you could just say that it's more of a juice rather than coffee because it's very sweet. And so I drank a lot of that, and my sugar level went really high. My family has a history of diabetes, and so it was really easy to determine that I would end up having diabetes. And so that's when I decided, okay, I can't live without coffee, but maybe I could try coffee without sugar or creamer. So that's where brewed coffee came up. And so I did my research. I also worked near a Starbucks. So I talked to the barista, and he introduced me to coffee brewing. He told me, okay, this is what you try first. I asked him, what brewer should I get? Should I get an espresso machine? Should I get like those pour overs? And so the first thing that he recommended to me was a, a French press, because the French press was really easy. It was there wasn't really any technique required. You just put the coffee grounds on the brewer, you put hot water, you press down, and then you get brewed coffee. And I lived like that for good 5 or 7 years. And then just before the pandemic started, I started working for another company, and that's when some of the clients we had there introduced me to the pour over. Now, the pour over that I used was it was the Kalita 102. So that's like the standard uh, conical shaped brewer that you can easily buy the filters in grocery stores. Um, and so that's the first brewer that that's the first pour over brewer that I tried. And my first brew was really bad. Second brew was still bad. Third, fourth, I think I've done like 20 or 30 before the clients who introduced me to coffee brewing, they said, okay, now it's decent. And so that's that. Now, when the pandemic hit, and when we were sent home, I thought to myself, well, I have more time now because I'm working from home. And so I bought I think it was the mocha pot. I bought a really cheap mocha pot from, I believe it was Shopee. And so like the lid was, how should I say? The lid was uneven, it was hard to close, and it was really dangerous. And so I threw away that mocha pot and I stuck with my Kalita 102. Yes. And then at that time, I thought to myself, this is a hobby I enjoy, but to make sure that it's kind of like I wanted to document how much I have improved from day 1 to day 30. It's kind of like that. And so I decided to start posting photos and videos of coffee. So day 1, this is what I did. This is the brew ratio I use. This is the grounds I use. I didn't have a good coffee grinder at the time, but hey, and that's what I did for the first few months of 2020. And then afterwards, I decided to make a YouTube channel. And the first YouTube channel I did was mostly for gaming. But no, there were no views. And I was like, well, I mean, I play video games for fun. And I didn't want to be a streamer. And so I abandoned the idea. And then I thought, hey, what if I make a channel that's dedicated to coffee, dedicated to my love for coffee, and like kind of like a reminder of myself that hey, this is how you used to brew coffee. This is how you used to brew now. This is how you're brewing now, and this is how much you've improved. So it's kind of like a self-reflection or a self-check to myself to say that hey, this is how much you've improved. So that was my first initial thought when I made this channel, and then the first video I made that reached like 1,000 views was for the Kalita 102, and that was a really okay recipe. But then it made me realize that YouTube was a platform that could help me. It could help me encourage other people to get into coffee brewing. So it's not as complicated as other channels. It's not as detailed as other channels. It's more like, hey, this is what is coffee brewing. These are simple recipes. Try them out, and if you love them, check out other channels. That's like the main reason why I have this channel. Do I want to be monetized? I want to be monetized, but at the same time, I also know that the type of content I make, the type of content I made isn't exactly like for mainstream income generating content. It's more of for fun. However, if you like my content, please like and follow. Um, what are my plans for this channel? I plan to do the same thing. Introduce new recipes, try out different kinds of coffee beans, try out different kinds of brewers, encourage people to try coffee brewing without all the complications. Just try it out. If you enjoy it, that's great. If not, maybe coffee brewing isn't really for them, but at least they have an appreciation for coffee. Will I transition back to gaming? No. I have tried putting gaming content on this channel. I did not generate that much view. Oh no, I did generate that much views, but it was really hard to keep up because I would make content for coffee, I would make content for gaming, and then for gaming, it wasn't like the content for gaming. It generated just a few views, just a few followers, and then I didn't think that it really made a difference. Whereas with coffee brewing, I know I have made a difference because I am sharing recipes that are very easy to follow and that beginners can follow, and that they get to experience the coffee brewing hobby. Will this cafe well will this cafe talk series continue? Yes, it will. I'm bored. Will this cafe talk series continue? Yes. Um, I've noticed that in most of my videos, I'm very secretive. I just show coffee recipes. And I don't show to the audience um, who I really am behind the camera. So this is me. Hi. Um, Also, one of the reasons that I still continue to upload videos on this channel is because it's really fun to look back on how you were as a coffee enthusiast before compared to now. So this is something I would like to share. Back then, whenever I ground my beans, I only had like 5 settings. So that was like coarse, very coarse, medium fine, very fine. Those were like the 4 categories of coffee grinds that I would use in my videos. Now I have a better grinder where I can like adjust the grind settings by number. So that would be the Timor grinder. I believe it's Timor C3 or yeah, I think it's the Timor C3. And then so I'd be able to like determine how coarse my grind would be, and I could give like my audience like how many clicks was it, like how fine is it, how coarse is it. So compared to back then, I would just say, hey, it's coarse, hey, it's fine, this is how it looks. So now it's like an improvement in my setup that I can now give accurate coarse grinds. So by the time this video would be uploaded, I would have finished my a new series I made, which was the Coffee Beat the Summer series. That's what I'm planning to call it. So it's a series of episodes where I make different recipes of coffee that could help you beat the heat of summer in the Philippines. So this video would most likely be released after I finish the series. So if you like the series, please share it with your friends. Those are very simple recipes. Some of the recipes I use are not even, you don't even need like specific coffee gear. You can just get instant coffee. So I guess that would be all for this episode. I guess that'll be all for this episode. Please continue to support me. Please like and please share my videos, and please subscribe to my channel. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.